Released back in June, the animated film K-pop Demon Hunters has brought crowds to certain locations in Seoul, like Namsan Tower and the National Museum of Korea, and further amplified the fervor for K-content. Today, we'll discuss the ongoing K-pop Demon Hunters effect and the power of K-content with David Kim, content creator and adjunct professor in the Media Contents Department at Daegu Cyber University, who joins us in the studio. Hello, David. Welcome.
Hello, David. Hello. Glad to be here. Thanks for having me. My name is David Kim, and I run a YouTube channel called DKDK TV and KPC, which covers from K-pop to K-culture, everything about Korea, basically, to the globe.
That's pretty much what we do on the Culture Wave as well. And I actually watched a video recently on your channel.
Oh, really?
And you were having an analysis of RM's speech at APEC, right?
Yes.
So very similar to what we do here, maybe a little more casual. But yeah, we're very happy to have you here and to talk about K-content.
Yes, I'm excited.
And today it's going to be about K-pop Demon Hunters. And the K-pop Demon Hunters craze is ongoing so much that we're seeing a surge in the number of foreign visitors coming to Seoul, to certain areas, locations that have appeared in the film. And also people are trying to get their hands on those merchandise, those K-pop Demon Hunters merchandise. So tell us a bit about the recent ongoing craze.
Right, absolutely. If you're a Seoul citizen and you're living here, you might just feel it with your skin. Like the amount of foreigners have just surged throughout the past, I don't know, like few months, I guess, since the release of K-pop Demon Hunters. I've actually prepared some statistics over here.
Great.
And actually it says that the number of foreign visitors to Namsan Tower has surged by 50.6% in September compared to last year, which is a record high. That is phenomenal. And not stopping there, if you actually go to the National Museum of Korea. I love that place. It's just very gorgeous. A lot of foreigners have visited, up to 5 million over there, which is also a record high and a 70% increase compared to last year. So you can definitely feel the craze just with the numbers of visitors visiting those two venues. And also, it's not only just about like the hot spots in Korea. Like across the globe, culturally, there is a lot of enthusiasm spreading in regards to the K lifestyle. Definitely, we're seeing kids playing K-pop Demon Hunters in replay over and over again at their homes, and parents following it, singing to Golden. So that was all unthinkable in the past. It's truly like, I don't know what kind of age we're living in at the moment. And quite recently, a personal experience was I was in New York for the last week, and there was a Korean booth over there from a very famous ramen brand that everybody knows, which collaborated with K-pop Demon Hunters. And there was a massive line. I could not even get in. So like, I definitely felt the craze over there as well.
Wow, you must have felt that kind of the pride of being a Korean.
Yes, for sure.
Seeing that. And also, in regards to the numbers that you mentioned, especially the numbers of the visitors to the National Museum of Korea, just to put that into perspective, there were only 4 museums last year worldwide that surpassed 5 million visitors. And also to put that into perspective again, Walter, what would be like the top museum that you can think of that people like
Probably
to go
the
to?
Louvre.
Exactly.
Yes,
the Louvre
yeah.
has like around 8 to 9 million visitors. So if you really compare those numbers, it is pretty amazing.
Yeah.
And especially that having that effect of a K movie, an animated movie. And it is really rare for content to remain this popular for such a long time. So I think it's not just because of the fun factor. So what do you think is the key point or key points that keep attracting people to everything KDH related?
Yes, so I personally saw the film in a very fun way, and it was very entertaining for me too. But as you mentioned, it not only is the intrinsic value of the film itself, but if we go into like the external factors, like the song, how well it performed on the Billboard charts, the song Golden definitely needs a lot of spotlight, as it was on the Hot 100 for more than 8 total weeks. That is crazy if you think about it. And the high quality of the song itself, the high notes, those are all factors that triggered a lot of challenges online from a lot of content creators that made the virality just amplify to billions and billions of views. And also, a lot of people and myself like to compare the song Golden to Frozen's Let It Go. So you see a lot of similarities between the animation and the trendy song and then kids going crazy over it. So yeah, that on repeat, everyone singing it around the world, just made everybody wonder, what is this new K-pop Demon Hunters thing? I need to check it out. So definitely that was one element. Another thing is that now we're living in the age of YouTube and short form content. A lot of content creators just jumped onto the trend of K-pop Demon Hunters. They were doing kimbap challenges, ramen challenges, makeup challenges, dressing up as the Saja boys. It was recently Halloween, and guess what? Everybody dressed up as K-pop Demon Hunters and the Saja boys. I also heard on the internet that people couldn't get their hands on these specific costumes, so they had to buy knockoffs. So yeah, that just identifies how popular K-pop Demon Hunters is.
And it's not just YouTube, though. YouTube is one of the main sources of, watching content these days. But even traditional TV, talk show hosts as well, they're getting on top of the train as well. They're making sure they're getting being a part of this K-pop Demon Hunters situation as well. So it's just spreading globally across all platforms, across music platforms, TV platforms, streaming platforms. But you talked about it before that, K-pop Demon Hunters' song Golden is one of doing absolutely great. We've reported on here so many times, and it combines that K-pop and animation together. As a content creator, what aspects of this, let's call it multi-genre hybrid content, do you feel new to you?
Yeah, I definitely agree with the term multi-genre hybrid because it's something I've never imagined or seen before. When I was starting off my YouTube career, back then I was reacting to K-pop music videos, but I did not think that we would see non-human characters in a Netflix film with a Korean culture background, with Korean lyrics trending this much, and nearly 20 weeks on the Billboard 200. So that is crazy if you think about it. And also I think the fact that the industry, the background of it, it was mostly Korean produced back then, but this was a new attempt by Netflix and Sony Pictures, putting their own capital into it, investing a lot, and then it blew up like a huge success. So that's another unique factor of it as well too. And to refer to RM's recent Apex speech, he recently said that K-pop is a 360 package. You get an ounce of everything. It's mixed, all like bibimbap. And definitely, if you look at the K-pop Demon Hunters as well too, there's animation, there's high quality pictures, and also there's so many, so many factors, from the songs to the character development and all that kind of stuff. So definitely, I think K-pop Demon Hunters broke all the old rules from the old days when I was starting out. So right now, me seeing this not being made in Korea, they don't have to be human. I don't know what I'm watching, but I'm enjoying it, and I'm just proud that it's based on Korean culture.
Right, so many unique factors there, and also because of that, there are also very unique contents that are spreading from this trend. So do you see any changes or shifts in the trend when it comes to memes or video editing deriving from that K-pop Demon Hunters content?
Yes, so definitely as a content creator, I take a lot of attention into the hashtags and what's trending nowadays. And for a while, it was all K-pop Demon Hunters. It was either Golden, the Haja Boys, Huntrix. Everyone is trying to hop onto the trend. They're trying to reinterpret it in their own ways and trying to make it into some kind of playful manner. And from cosplayers to makeup artists to cover artists, everyone is just making their own reinterpretation of Golden. People have competitions on who is singing it the most, in the most, I guess, hype way or the best way. There's a lot of focus on the virality, definitely. There's also a lot of engagement in terms of content creators that are huge. I follow a lot of these creators on Instagram and such, and I was surprised because they're not even Korean creators, and they're just making their own skits, cosplayed as Rumi, as Chinu, and they're making these romance skits, comedy skits. So that was very entertaining to watch. And also, if you look at the cultural integration, fans are actively integrating elements from the movie itself, eating kimbap or ramen. So food creators are creating more content about K-food. So I'm like, wow, K-pop Demon Hunters really opened the gateway to these new global creators, spotlighting Korean culture as a whole.
KDH-effect indeed.
It is a very big effect, and for you, I've followed your channel before, and I know actually you really do cater to your international audience. I mean, I'm sure you've got a lot of Korean followers as well, but when I see your live streams, sometimes you do it at certain times of the morning to sometimes late in the evening, just so you can get that certain perfect sort of live stream. But what we are noticing, which is probably similar to your channel, is that K-pop Demon Hunters is loved by people of all ages, from young people to middle-aged people like myself to older-aged people like myself. Just like in general, have you been noticing that as well?
Yes, absolutely. So in the beginning, a lot of people were making fun of the series. They didn't know what it was about. They were like, oh, it's an animation series about K-pop. Like, what's there to offer? And a lot of people had a lot of prejudice, but I've noticed that starting from the young generation, they start latching on to the trend. They watch and get addicted to the show, and they're singing Golden every single day, having it on their TV. So the parents next to them are forcibly just watching K-pop Demon Hunters, and the meme is like they keep on watching it. They can't stop once they actually get in. So I've seen so many videos actually reenacting that scene itself. So definitely it's transcending all barriers of age, gender, and whatnot. So I've noticed among all of my subscribers, like from like the 20s to early 10s to the 60s even, they're like, I love K-pop Demon Hunters. I can't wait for the next season, the next episode. So yeah, definitely. And a lot of them have identified the uniqueness of K-pop Demon Hunters as similar to K-dramas as well. They're very used to such sensational content on Netflix in the Western sphere. They're like, oh, I don't want to see like, blood. I don't want to see profanity. But K-pop Demon Hunters is a safe content that provides value in the storytelling and the visual graphics and the song. It's a total package. And a lot of people are just enjoying that as a whole. So I definitely think there's a massive gateway effect that is soaking in all these different generations.
And finally, David, before we let you go, where do you see K-content head from here on?
Yes, so I definitely think K-pop, not only K-pop, but also K-culture, K-content is all evolving in its own way. When it started as a trend now. We always call it a trend, but I see it deeply rooting down and actually penetrating the mainstream audience in the Western field and globally as well too. And I feel like it's now going to become like a lifestyle. Like we often see a lot of Japanese culture ingrained in a lot of societies. People know the names, people know the cultures and whatnot. So I think that's the same for Korean culture as well. Now Korean culture is maturing. People are learning our culture, learning our language, our outfits, our food, everything like that. So I think it's going on to the next phase. So a lot of people call it Hallyu 3.0, 4.0. You can name it whatever way you want, but the good thing is that it's now becoming more mainstream and more recognized.
All right. Thank you very much, David, for your insights today. It was such a pleasure talking to you. Hope to see you again.
Thank you, David.
Thank you. And thank you, Walter, as always. So we're going to see you back here tomorrow.
See you tomorrow.